majati one watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Nukula majati one watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Adaya ndani watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Adaya ndani watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Nukula majati one watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Nukula majati one watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Adaya ndani watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Adaya ndani watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Nukula majati one watola. Maikaya, maikaya. Nukula majati one watola. Bwalo likule, bwalo likule. Bwalo likule.
In March 2019, heavy rains and strong winds caused havoc in many parts of southern Malawi due to effects of an intense tropical cyclone Idai, which was one of the worst tropical cyclones on record to affect Africa and the southern hemisphere. The long-lived storm caused catastrophic damage in Mozambique, Zimbabwe and Malawi, leaving more than 1,000 people dead and thousands more missing. In Malawi, though Cyclone Idai did not hit the country directly, its effects resulted in many houses demolished and many rivers flooding. An approximate of 868,000 people, including 460,000 children, were affected in 15 out of the country's 28 districts. 900 refugees from Mozambique also sought refuge in Malawi. In response, government set up 173 camps across the 15 districts. In order to respond to the emergencies and natural disasters in the districts, Save the Children and other international NGOs like Trocare, CARICOM and Catholic Relief Services formed a consortium and initiated a 45 days response work with support from START Network in Palombe and Zomba districts. Save the Children and partners rapidly mobilized and oriented counselors from children corners as well as child protection committees in 13 camps in Zomba and Palombe.
As Save the Children, we are very impressed because as you've seen the name, it's START. START is as in just beginning, I think, because of the emergency which has happened. So at least just to initiate the processes and the systems to be in place, we are very impressed because now we have the committees, the child protection committees, and also the children corner counselors trained, and they've started their work. So now what is remaining is for us to continue with the work because this was a 45 days response. So we'll be winding up in the next 2 weeks. And from there, we are continuing with our own funds to make sure the work that is here is sustainable and also to think about the recovery because we know people are not going to be at the camp forever. They will be going back to resettle. So that's the area which we are now focusing on.
These children at Namachete camp in the area of Group Kimu under Traditional Authority Mwambo in Zomba are here. Some with their parents due to natural disasters that occurred in the area. Heavy rains in the area resulted in Tutonde River bursting and its water flooding many homes. In order to provide shelter to the affected people, Government of Malawi designated Namachete FB School as a floods victims camp where children and the elderly are staying. Through painting, music, drama and many other art forms, Save the Children's Healing and Education Through Arts Heart program is helping children affected by serious or chronic stress to find new ways and share their feelings and experiences. Research shows that artistic expression has a powerful effect on a child's social and emotional well-being as well as educational value, especially for children in stressful situations. When a child shares his or her memory and feeling through artistic expression, they can begin to feel less isolated and more connected and safe amidst trusted adults and peers in their lives.
And what we are doing as Save the Children is we are working with children in the children corners and also CBCCs. CBCCs are also more like children corners where they are under 5s, while the actual children corners are for those who are over 6 years, up to 18 years. So basically with the floods, with the effects of the floods which happened, children have traumatized experiences, and we actually play with them. You can actually see the communities. We train the caregivers and also the counselors to play with the children, but also to do a number of approaches where they can express themselves and get healed emotionally.
This is Victor Lirongwe. His drawing symbolizes what he saw when flash floods emanating from Tonde River reached his home.
Ndiri pakhonde ndinachoka ndinapita kucheza ndiye ndisabwere kucheza kuja ndinakhala pasi pakhonde ndinakhala pasi pakhonde payi ndinachokaso ndinakhala pasi pabwalo ndiye pakhonde payi chakumadzulo nali ndi mwana wakwathu tamba kuseri tinamva mwana wina nilipo ndi mwana winayo anamba kulira wanitana mpaso ndiye ndinavomera tabwa umone ndani Jennifer kuseri kuno ndinapita nakampeza mwana yatagara mutidebe.
And this is Zainab Mpinga, who is seeking refuge here at Namachete camp in Zomba. Her story is similar to Victor's. She once gazed upon death's eyes. Her home was swept away by violent storms that hit her area. Heart program supports children and the youth from the age of 3 to 18, and it also supports adults including parents, teachers and community center facilitators.
We understand that these children have gone through a lot of trauma, because of the floods and everything else. When you go to work, you want to go back home. When you go to school, you want to go back home. But they are actually staying at the same place where they are learning, at the same place where they are bathing, everything else they are doing at their school. This actually gives a child a lot of stress. So we are here to actually, just play with them, to remove some stress. Sometimes when you just explain, if you explain what is going on, they say a problem shared is half solved. So we are here just to support them, make them, understand that we understand what they're going through. And when they draw and when they actually speak out, at that particular moment, they're actually healing.
This is Chintumbwi camp in the area of village Hetman Ngomeganda Traditional Authority Generally in Palombe, where Save the Children is implementing the heart program to children who have undergone tremendous stress and trauma due to natural disasters. Through the heart program, these children are now able to play freely and report to authorities on any kind of violence against them by anybody while at the camp.
This is a psychosocial tool which is helping a lot to heal the psychosocial wounds that children are having when they undergo such situations. So what we normally do is we train the counselors. After training the counselors, we make sure that they provide the psychosocial support to such children. For example, there are some children who are abused, and when they're abused, they fail to express their emotions. They fail maybe to report such kind of issues. And in order for them to be healed, the counselors do apply heart in order to make sure that these children are free to express their emotions. So they provide papers, crayons, paint to the children in order to draw their fears or their emotions. After drawing, they are able to explain to the counselors how they are feeling. They are able to explain whatever situations they have. So heart is helping a lot in order to heal the wounds that children are having when they have undergone such situations.
Like in other camps here at Chitekesa in the area of Good Village Hetman Musasa in Palombe, children who come here from the surrounding villages have been relieved from stress emanating from loss of lives to some, while others from the mere relocation from their homes to the camp. Save the Children urges all rescue workers and humanitarian service providers to ensure that children's safety and protection is top priority in their relief operations. In times of emergency, children are at high risk of impact and even abuse and require attention and the availability of child protection services.
We are so much proud with the coming of Save the Children. It is our plan as council to visit each and every camp in their district and sensitize about the child protection issues. With the coming of Save the Children, it has also supplemented the effort of the government. And much of our messages, it's about child protection. You know, this time, while they're in camps, they're lacking food, clothes, and also poor quality of rooms to sleep in. So we are trying to find out and find resources to support these children. Our much effort is to make sure that each and every child is protected and is in school.
Save the Children believes all children have the right to protection from violence, exploitation, abuse and neglect at all times. The organization is currently running a toll-free line of 52121 where any suspect of any form of child abuse can be reported.